Alright guys, so we are doing a mulch job right now. I gotta get my gloves on, they're all wet. It's pretty kind of a miserable day. Drizzling, it's cold, it's wet. But I'm actually kind of glad this is happening because we can actually not mow. It's way too wet to mow, and we can get some landscape stuff done that we've been trying to get done for a while. This is what we got going on. This is our second round. We did 5 yards earlier, and we got about 2.5 yards left. Fill me on up, Brett.
Tomorrow's never promised, but now is the time for hopes arising. Tomorrow's never promised, but now is the time for change that starts today. Whoa. A new day's dawning, open up the A new day's dawning, open up the
right, guys, so I'm back here at the shop. It's actually like 7 o'clock at night. Been doing some paperwork, trying to get caught up on some things, and trying to kind of schedule some things out. We've had some rain the past few days. It's put us behind on mowing, but it's actually been kind of good because we're able to get out there and do some landscape jobs when it's too wet to mow. Today we did the mulch job, got it all done, and tomorrow we're going to end up skipping the mowing again and doing a couple other landscape jobs, and hopefully we can get them done. But right now, you know, I'm kind of struggling. I'm kind of struggling as a business owner, trying to figure it all out. And we got things going we got so many things on the fire right now, and it's just hard to find time to get them all done. And I think I've actually kind of maybe taken on too much work right now, and I've made the decision tonight after looking at everything, and I'm like, you know, I'm just not going to take on any more big jobs, any more landscape deals until we get, you know, to a place where we're caught up. Because right now we're a good 4 weeks out on any kind of landscape stuff. I booked another one today, a landscape cleanup. It's about a half-day job, but you know, like I told her, you know, you're looking 3 or 4 weeks out. So you know, we're still getting mowing calls. That's kind of picked up because it's rain now. Now the grass is really starting to grow. And so I picked up some new mowing clients, but I'm kind of at the point to where, you know, I just kind of want to not really take on a whole lot more right now. You know, if it's a good job or a profitable job, you know, a really, really good job, really good profitable job, that's what I'm talking about, then maybe we'll look at it. But yeah, we're just kind of, you know, kind of just struggling. You know, it's hard to figure it all out, and it's hard to find enough time in the day to get it all done. And I've been going back and forth for the last, I don't know, 2 weeks, or should I hire somebody? Are we good? You know, just kind of where, you know, just trying to figure it all out. And my problem is if I hire somebody, then, you know, we're going to get more done. We're going to get more landscape stuff done, and I'm going to make more money. But, you know, let's say 3-4 weeks down the road, the landscape stuff is kind of dried up, and we're not doing a whole lot of cleanups and not doing, you know, mulching and things like that. Well, then I might be a little bit overstaffed. So I don't want to run into that to where, you know, I hire somebody and then a month later I don't really need them anymore. That's not fair to them. So, you know, that's kind of why I'm kind of holding off on doing that. And I want to, you know, make sure that we got enough work for everybody, and you know, the company itself is still making, you know, good money. So, you know, I don't want to just, you know, keep people employed. I don't need them. And, you know, so it's just a struggle, you know, and I know a lot of people go through this, and I know a lot of people have kind of the same issues. And, you know, just to be honest, I just wanted to kind of make this video and kind of talk about it. And, you know, I'm struggling to figure it all out. I really am. This has been a tough year. Not a tough year. This has been a challenging and a different year for me because we don't have the big contract anymore. I don't know if I've talked about that yet, but we do not have the big contract anymore. You know, I'm not going to go into too much detail about that now. I plan on making a video here coming up, just kind of talking about that whole situation and why I think it's best for me to just get away from that situation. But anyway, just a little, you know, short little synopsis of what happened. You know, I raised my prices. I wanted a different payment schedule as well. They weren't willing to do that, so we parted ways. And I kind of knew that was going to happen. I kind of knew they wasn't going to go for what I was asking for. And so I was okay with losing it. You know, I didn't really care either way. But if I was going to take that on, then I wanted to get paid more, just because of some other stuff. And like I said, I'll go into detail about that and kind of talk about it. But anyway, so I've had to kind of find other ways to bring in money, and we've done that. We've picked up a lot of bigger stuff, like I've already talked about. You know, the phone is just ringing off the hook, and that's kind of been the problem. It's good and bad because I have a hard time saying no. I need to learn how to say no, and I've started to do that with some things. You know, people call and I just, you know, I'm sorry, we're full right now, and you know, the bigger jobs like the mulch jobs, the cleanups, and things like that are pretty profitable. I have a hard time saying no to those because they're good money. You don't want to leave good money on the table, but at the same time, you don't want to run yourself too thin. And I've already had a few instances this week to where my schedule hasn't really panned out, and I've made the mistake of not calling a couple customers to reschedule certain things, and I kind of got chewed out a little bit from a customer, and I told him I fully understand, but I just got too many things going on, and I'm forgetting things, and it's a lot harder when you're out there on the truck and you're working all day, because that's what I'm focused on when I'm on the truck, is we got to get this and this done. And a lot of times I forget to do the customer service thing, which I think is very, very important. And that's why tonight I'm here late, and I'm just sitting here and I'm just kind of racking my brain, kind of trying to figure it all out, and basically just kind of slow down for a minute, figure out what I'm doing and figure out what I'm doing wrong, and try to make the changes to fix the things that I'm doing wrong or the things that I'm not happy with. And obviously when you get feedback from customers that aren't happy, that will make you sit down and think really quick. And I've never really had to deal with that. Most of my customers I've never had a problem with. We've always been pretty reliable and all that kind of stuff. But I have missed a couple appointments, and I've had a couple customers kind of get upset with me, and I don't blame them. So that's kind of caused me to sit down and try to figure it all out. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know a lot of our videos we show a lot of the good stuff. This is a lot of the behind the scenes bad stuff, if you will. And I think it happens to most companies. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can let me know. If you guys have ever had this situation to where you're just kind of pulled too tight and you're running too thin. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. And I've kind of made the decision tonight. I'm definitely I'm going to put everything on hold. From here on out, any more calls that I get, and I want to get caught up and kind of see where we're at that point before I start taking on any big jobs that's going to take half a day. Half a day is kind of what I consider a big job, half a day. And because when you're full all week with mowing, which we are, we're pretty full. It's hard to take a day off. It's hard to take one day and go do this and whatever. So we're going to end up working some hours here in the next couple weeks, and probably a couple Saturdays to get caught up, and then we're going to kind of reevaluate everything and see how it goes. But all in all, we're still doing good. Having a blast. The two guys I got working for me, Josh and Brett, they're doing really good. We have a good time. We have a good relationship, all that kind of stuff, and everything's going well. It's just the fact that last year I wasn't on the truck very much. I wasn't mowing that much, so it was easier for me to handle all the scheduling and everything like that. It's a lot harder now, having to do both. I'm relying on myself to go mow all day and do landscape jobs and get all that stuff done, but at the same time I still have to come back and do scheduling and reply to customers. Just yesterday, I've made the decision I'm not answering my phone throughout the day anymore. It's just too hard, and you lose all your momentum when you're working and things like that. So but anyway, yesterday we were out mowing all day. I came back to the shop, checked my phone. I had 8 voicemails and a lot of more missed calls, but nobody left a message. But I had 8 voicemails from customers that were wanting quotes, all kinds of different stuff. So that part's good. Don't get me wrong. I love it when the phone rings, but sometimes it can be hard. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of just talk with you guys, kind of one-on-one, if you will, and just kind of talk about some of the problems that we're having right now. And I know everything's going to work out. I'm not a stressed person. I don't stress too much, but right now I'm just a tad bit worried. I'm just a little bit worried, but I know it's going to work out. So, but anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys, and hope you guys are having a good one, and we'll see you later.